Hello, this is Indigo Owl coming to you with live guidance from London, UK, and a little bit of a wet day. And I've had quite a mixed day today, quite busy in bursts, but also some nice resting periods. I'm not in my usual space today, so please excuse if my phone camera might be a bit wonky today, but I have selected some lovely cards for this upcoming week, starting from tomorrow, which will be Thursday the 15th of October, going all the way until next week, Wednesday, which will be the 21st of October. And there's also 3 Romance Angel cards, and you're welcome to pick one or more at the end and see if you get a special message for your love life. So I'm going to turn the camera over and hopefully I can adjust it so you can see the cards really well. Oh, it's not looking too bad. So just a little bit wonky today, and I'll have to be super careful when I turn over the cards so I don't collapse everything. So wish me luck. And we're going to start straight away. You can see I've got my lovely twin flame swans at the end there, presiding over the Romance Angel cards I have picked is going to be... Oh, and I've got the crystals in a different order today. I must have laid them out without thinking about it. So that's going to be card 1, card 2 and card 3 at the end, but I'll remind you again. And here we've got, so today I have doubled up the tarot cards with 1 card each from the Angel and Ancestor deck by Kyle Gray. And then we also have here a message of hope from the, I forgot what it's called, apologies. It's from the Saints and Angels deck. And then over here with my beautiful Desert Rose Selenite, we're going to have a Starseed Oracle card, which those 2 will be the theme for the week coming up. So let's start without further ado. This is going to be for, you can see I have to stretch my hand today. This is going to be for tomorrow, Thursday the 15th. So let's have a look here. So we have a tarot card from the Good Tarot and the Angel and Ancestor card. So let's have a look together. And we have number 13, transformation. So tomorrow is a day of transformation. In a more traditional deck, it would be called the Death card. And I think so many people have watched so many horror films where this card was used to predict someone's actual physical death, that in this deck they've renamed it transformation. It actually speaks of a spiritual death and a spiritual rebirth. And it is a card that comes at times where something must end, and so that something completely new can begin. So sometimes a relationship really has to come to an end. Sometimes a job really has to come to an end so that a new job can come in, a new relationship can come in. It can even be that a period of being alone has to come to an end, or a period of being unemployed has to come to an end so that a new beginning, a new relationship, a new job can start. These are just examples. Sometimes it can simply be a way of our internal life that has to come to an end so that a big change can occur, a way we think about ourselves, the way we think about our life, the way we see the world around us. These are all things that may be going through a big transformation tomorrow. The best thing to do when this beautiful card comes up is to simply roll with it, allow it to happen. Try not to fight it, even if it brings up some feelings of resistance or sadness or fear, because this is now happening. This is something that has been in the making for some time, and it's important to allow this to occur. Let's see the Angel and Ancestor card that came with and we have the Earth Guardian. Now that's a lovely combination for tomorrow, because while this very spiritual process is happening, the Earth Guardian is with you to protect you, and also to say this is a time where it's important to stay rooted and grounded. I think that makes perfect sense. And look at those 2 lovely images together. How very beautiful. There's quite a bit of the same green from the Earth Guardian around the kind of mostly the head, I think, of that little girl. So this is for tomorrow, which is Thursday the 15th. Let's have a look at Friday the 16th. So let's look at the tarot card first. And we have, oh, how very beautiful. This is my newest tarot deck, the Good Tarot, and I'm not completely familiar with all the pictures yet, so I'm still struck by how striking it is. Every so often when I turn a card over, number 17, one of my favorite numbers, the star. So the star is a lovely follow-on from the number 13 from the transformation, because the star is a card of regeneration, rejuvenation, and also dreams coming true. So what a lovely thing follows this transformation. So this has come for Friday. Let's see what's come with it. And we have the eagle, and it says see from a higher perspective. And interestingly enough, we have the same background again. We have the blue around the eagle and the blue around the star, so the colors are matching again. What a beautiful combination. And what great guidance. So this is the time to really see things from a higher perspective. So, and also they're both looking in the same direction, you can see. So definitely looking very promising so far. Let's have a look at the next day, which will be Saturday, and that must be the 17th. So although we have the number 17 come up here, this is the actual day number 17. Let's look at the tarot card. And we have Page of Water. What a lovely, gentle energy comes in with this card. So the Page of Water is very much a card to do with emotions and relationships. And a card that always asks us to pay attention to our inner child at this time, and allow space for the inner child, allow the inner child to play. And also because it's following on from the star that also talks about dreams coming true, this is very much a sign saying that the dreams that are now coming true may go all the way back to childhood. So this is a card that comes with a gentle and a little bit vulnerable energy. So this is a day where it's important to be gentle with yourself, but also remember that you are also always strong. And indeed, the more vulnerable you can allow yourself to be, the stronger you actually are. Let's see the angel and ancestor that come with it. And we have another guardian card. So there are only 9 guardian cards in that deck, and we've already got 2, which is quite lovely. And the mirror guardian says take time to reflect. So we've very much got this big transformation that then leads us to the next stage on the path to our dreams coming true that may go all the way back to childhood. But it is a time to stay grounded, to see things from a higher perspective, and also take the time to reflect, because there is some really big learning here. So lovely combination again, both quite blue, although this one's quite light blue and this one's quite dark blue, more like the day before still. Let's look at, so we've got Thursday, Friday, Saturday. This must be Sunday, the 18th of October. Let's see what we get here. Now we have got quite different colours. We've got quite yellowy, goldy, and bit of kind of pink colour. And we have the 4 of Fire. It's one of my favourite cards in tarot. It is the card of the happy homecoming. It sometimes shows a couple moving in together. It can represent the 4 walls in your house. It's definitely a card of stability. And it's a card of belonging and feeling belonging. For example, if you start a new job, you may only just get to know everyone that works there, but you feel like you've known everyone for ages and you just fit in. It's a lovely, homely, secure feeling. And the angel and ancestor for Sunday. Oh, look how the colors are matching again. How amazing. I shuffled those two decks completely separately and drew the cards separately and then simply laid them over each other. And so many of them, the colours are even mirroring each other. And certainly the energy of this card, we've got the Sun for enjoy, success and happiness, very much matches the feeling from the tarot card of the Four of Fire. So good things are coming. And especially Sunday will be a really lovely, uplifting day. Now we're going on to the beginning of next week. We've got here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, which will be the 19th, the 20th and the 21st of October. So let's have a look at Monday. And here we have... Oh, now we have the Messenger of Fire. So you can see a little bit of that fire colouring is still in that card. The lady's wearing candles in her crown. The Messenger of Fire is a card of movement. All messengers are cards of movement and action. And the Messenger of Fire in particular can speak of the will to move ahead. And it can also speak of situations that ignite and move very suddenly. So maybe something you've been waiting for will happen really quickly on Monday. The card that's come with it is, oh wow, the Shapeshifter. And it says, transform and unveil your gifts. Doesn't he look intriguing? He's got this, and we have an eagle. The eagle has now doubled up because we also had the eagle here. And look how they're looking at each other. He also has a wolf. He certainly is able to transform into and channel his animal spirit guides. And he's coming to help you unveil your gifts. And also... we have here at the beginning of this reading, transformation. And here the very first word is transform. So the transformation is ongoing. And there's going to be some swift forward movement, I think, with this Messenger of Fire in that area. I'm very curious now how this is going to carry on. We're now on to Tuesday next week. Let's have a look what we've got here. Some more of that lovely bright yellow energy. Now we have Seven of Earths. Now, the sevens in tarot are cards of assessment. They're cards where we need to slow down a bit and assess and reflect, which is also something that was on this card here, the word reflection. I love things that double up in tarot. It's just such a strong sign that something is particularly significant. So transformation is happening. Reflection is really important in this time. Assessing how to best move forward, which includes looking back at how things have panned out in the past and what worked well for you and what didn't, so you know what to repeat and what to let go of. The card that came with it is, wow, the Oracle. Wait for important information. So I said there was an element of slowing down in this card so that you can do a proper assessment. And here comes the Oracle confirming that straight away by saying there is important information coming. Wait for that information to come in before you make any decisions. Wouldn't they make a lovely couple as well, the Shapeshifter and the Oracle? I'm in a coupling mood today. I've always fancied myself as a bit of a matchmaker. Let's look at our last card for here, 2 cards for the last day, which will be Wednesday the 21st. So today in a week we have beautiful, the Queen of Water. Who wouldn't like to be the Queen of Water? She is somebody who's very much, and look how the light changed. How interesting. Everything's gone a bit pink. I don't really know why. It just happened. The Queen of Water is somebody who's very good at mastering emotions and relationships, and even to support other people in their relationships. I like how she's she could be one of the swans in the background, her facing the other swan. And certainly if that card comes up for the day, that day feels very emotionally fulfilling and well mastered. And it's definitely a good omen for relationships. It's asking you to be like the queen of water. So let's see what cards come with this one for next week, Wednesday. Oh, and now we have the Druid. I almost said the Hermit because he looks a bit like the Hermit to me. And it simply says, hold the space. So in combination, very much I feel like saying hold the space for emotions and relationships. Your own emotions, maybe other people's emotions, if that's something you're good at. And also for relationships to grow and develop in a new direction. And maybe also in a more positive direction. So it's looking very promising as we go through this next week. Let's have a look first at our message of hope from the Saints and Angel deck by Doreen Virtue. We have Activist, Saint Mother Teresa, and how very purple this card is. That's lovely. The purple color, the purple energy is very much linked to the crown chakra. So I'm assuming this is speaking about spiritual activism. Certainly Mother Teresa is one of my heroes since I was quite young. I'm going to look in the little booklet. What is the further message that comes with this card? So let's find Saint Mother Teresa, the activist. It says here, you are guided to champion a cause such as a social issue, a charitable group, or a person in distress. Like Saint Mother Teresa, you can single-handedly make a positive difference in the world. She will act as your guide in this matter if you'll ask for help, for her help. Your soul wants to express itself to make your opinions known. Use your expertise and life experience to help along your chosen cause. So interesting, that makes me think of what I said about one of the other cards. Oh yes, the Queen of Water. When I said maybe if you're good at dealing with emotions or holding the space for emotions and relationships for others, maybe that may be a cause that you are guided towards. And because it's our message of hope, maybe it is saying that it's a good focus to bring hope to others if you're able to do so through your spiritual activism. And here we have a theme card for this week coming up from the Starseed Oracle deck. Let's have a look at this one. Let's see which way up it is. And it says, fall into my arms. And the message is surrender, holding the opposites, and extremes of life. What a very interesting theme for this week. We have this big transformation. We have the dreams coming true. We have our gifts being unveiled, and the Queen of Water energy for the end of the week, and the theme is fall into my arms. Well, that makes me very curious to see what the romance angel cards have got to tell us. And I'm just going to put my crystal back on here. It really wants to be on this card today. So I will remind you again, we have number 1, number 2, number 3. You may pick one or more cards for your message. And with no further ado, I will look at the first card with this beautiful marcasite on top. So this is card number 1. And it says, free yourself. It is time to take back control of your life. But I think that's quite a straightforward message. Interestingly enough, that card also featured in last week's guidance, although in a different position. So maybe if you watched last week as well, you may have even chosen the same card twice. So this is a message of taking back control of your life in order to be truly free. So if you are in a relationship, look at how you can maybe adjust your boundaries so you feel more free. Maybe the relationship is no longer for you. Maybe you would like to be in a relationship, and feeling free in your life is necessary in order to attract the right partner. Let's look at number 2 with the beautiful aquamarine. Pay attention to red flags. It says the signs are cautioning you. So something is a little off. If you've asked about a particular person or a particular relationship, it's worth having a closer look at what's really happening and trust your intuition, because something's not quite right. And that may mean something is completely off, or it may mean just right now things are not quite ready to move forward. And now the card number 3 with the rose quartz. Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Well, this card has a lovely romantic feeling to it. If this is the card you picked, it's very much promising that some deeper connection is possible here. It's a good time to share your feelings with each other and have a proper heart-to-heart. So this is the message of card number 3 with the rose quartz. I have to apologize to the rose quartz. I kind of gently tossed it to the side here. I don't normally treat my crystals that way. I'm struggling a bit to reach the cards today. So this was the guidance for next week. I really hope you enjoyed watching it. If you're watching live or if you're watching the replay later on, I hope some or all of the reading resonates with you. I hope some of the guidance was interesting and useful to you, and I hope you have an amazing week ahead. You can also find my readings on my YouTube channel, Indigo Owl. I do hope to see you again next week. Have an amazing time, and I will say namaste and goodbye.